Friends, thank you for joining today's session. I hope you're all finding these sessions meaningful. So friends, today we'll discuss the 4 agreements. This is a simple book, but the concepts are very useful for a day-to-day life. So let's understand more about this in today's session. So the book we are discussing is the 4 agreements. And the book name is also the 4 agreements, a practical guide to personal freedom. This book is based on Toltec wisdom, and the author, he teaches, right, how by practicing these 4 agreements, we can build awareness or live a life with awareness. Most of the time from childhood, we frame a lot of beliefs we learn from others, but those things, they create, fear, judgment, and self-doubt. When we follow these 4 agreements, we can overcome them and live life more beautifully and emotionally well balanced. So the author of this book is Don Miguel Ruiz. He is from Mexican author and teacher, and is from the family of healers and also those practice, Toltec traditions. This is a very small and simple book, but yet very powerful and meaningful book. So let's understand what are these 4 agreements and discuss about each point. So friends, the 4 agreements are: the first one, be impeccable with your words. The second one, don't take anything personally. The third one, don't make assumptions. And the fourth one, always do your best. So let's understand each one of them in detail. So friends, the first one, be impeccable with your words. So the author says, right, our words are very powerful, right? So we should be mindful of how we are using it. Are we just speaking, or are we truly, mean what we say, or are we mindful about it? The first one, he says, speak truthfully, no matter what the situation. It might be in your office also. You might be in a critical situation. Just saying everything is fine, right? We no need to lie, or no need to, uh, just to make others happy or to avoid the situation. We just say certain things. No matter, speak what is the right thing, what you're going through or what you want to convey. So be truthful, speak truthful to yourself and to others also. Avoid gossips and negativity. So many times, right, when a person is not there, in a group meeting and a parties, you always speak about others, many people. That's quite common. But it's your choice to not to participate in that. In that way, you can save your energy. So avoid gossips and negativity about a person or things when they are not there, or even they are present, right? It just, encourages negativity around us without knowing about the person or what they're going through. The third one, be honest to yourself. Whatever you think, whatever you feel, don't just say, okay, everything is fine. Just be honest to yourself. Many times we try to console others, but when we are going through, we just overdo, or we don't, give much importance to our own self, whatever the thoughts we are getting or certain emotions, right? Just don't think, okay, let me do something, or whatever you're feeling or whatever you want to do, just be honest to yourself. Just be true to yourself. Use your words to build, not to destroy. While speaking to others, or, suppose a teacher also. If a student is there, if he's not doing good, she can say, you're good, you're doing good, you're improving, practice more, you'll do fine. That means it will help them. If we just say, okay, you're not good, you don't worth it, then what happens? They feel very bad. The kids, they demotivate. So your words should always be encouraging and motivating others, not to hurt them, right? And the fifth one, take responsibility for your words. Your words have so much power, so always take responsibility for what you're speaking. If if you by mistake you get anger or you say something to others, take time, take apology, you know, ask forgiveness from others because what you have said, take responsibility of your words. Don't say, okay, I didn't mean, or whatever you try to cover, right? Even though you say, you might say, okay, I never said like that, or I didn't mean it. And you always try to avoid or make up things. But take responsibility. Okay, yeah, I didn't mean, or I was in anger, but I said these words. I'm truly sorry, or I ask forgiveness, or I take responsibility of what I did or what I spoke. Right? When we do this, then we, will be so mindful when we follow all of this that our words are very powerful when we speak to others or when we speak to our own self. Right? Most of the time, we feel we want to do these things, many things, but again, we only stop ourselves. Okay, I'm not good at this, and I'm not, I cannot do this. So be honest. Okay, I don't know, but let me try. That's okay if I don't be good. There's nothing wrong, right? So be honest about yourself. So speak truthfully, avoid gossips and negativity, be honest to yourself, use your words to build, not to destroy, and take responsibility for your own words, what you speak. The second one is don't take anything personally. So many times, many people say, whatever people say is based on their situation or what they are going through. It's nothing to do with us. It's their own projection. So no need to take anything personally. No need to feel bad. You know, just think, okay, their situation is not good or they are going through something. That's how it is. So understand projection. That it is the other people's situation. If they are saying something, if they are mean to you, that's something wrong with them, not you. Right? They might be going through a bad situation or they might be in a stressful state. Something happened, that's why they are behaving in that way. So understand that. And the second thing, avoid emotional turmoil. If someone says you are bad, you are not good enough, right? So don't feel bad. Don't start thinking, oh, okay, I'm not good, or don't, start feeling, taking so it's so personally that you start feeling bad or start feeling low or you hate yourself, right? Don't do that. Don't take anything so much personal. That's okay. If they don't like, that's fine. It's not necessary everyone should like everything, right? If you present some ideas in your office, right? If your boss or someone says, okay, this is not good, that means they are looking for something else. It doesn't mean that your idea is not good, right? Or they are looking for something or they're expecting something else. That's it. So no need to take things personally. And third one, maintain emotional balance, right? In any given situation. So always try to maintain the balance. Don't, if someone praises you, don't, uh, be so much happy or too much high, or if something goes wrong, don't just go into negativity. Always be balanced in every situation. And the fourth one, empathy and understanding, right? When we practice this, we feel empathy and understanding the other's point of view, why they are behaving or what they are saying or what they're expecting. When we do this, then we don't feel bad. We don't take anything personally when we understand others' point of view. Right? Many times we just feel because we think from ourselves or what is there for me or what's happening to me. But when you think from others' point of view, that means you're more empathy and compassionate. You're understanding others. You're giving them also importance. Right? So the second point, don't take anything personally in any given situation. If someone says something or something happens, understand that this is their projection and avoid emotional turmoil. Don't feel low or don't feel go into negative. Maintain your emotional balance and empathy and understanding that there might be in a bad situation. Be compassionate about others. And the third one, don't make assumptions. So many times, if something comes or something happens without knowing what happening, or if friends or they don't talk to you, or they don't reply you, you make assumptions, right? It might be our family or friends or at office, what happens or why this is happening, or they might be doing this. Without knowing the truth, we make a lot of assumptions. The first one, communication is key. If you think something is wrong with the person, or they're not communicating, or they're not doing certain things, then ask them or communicate with them that why is this happening? Is it okay? Are you okay? Or is there something happening? Or why you're doing this? So that you know what is the truth or what's happening, instead of just making your own assumptions and going away from the person, or right. And the second one, avoid misinterpretation. Most of the time someone wants to say something, and we, without knowing the truth or without having the proper clarity, we take it in a different way, right? But the other person doesn't mean the, but the way we understand, we interpret that might be different. There always will be a communication gap, right? So always having that clarity. If someone, gives a short email at your workplace about the work or about the project, when you don't have any clarity, then you might think, something else, or I can do work in this way, or the requirement is something else. You might make misinterpretation. So always seek the clarity. They might be busy, or they just gave a small information, speak to them, get that clarity, get that understanding. Or don't make any interpretation, or don't make any assumptions. Seeking clarity, right? In any given situation at work, anything, always seek clarity, understand fully, and then you start working on it. With half knowledge, we should not do anything, right? And respecting the differences. If others have any different opinions, so you should respect that. You should give importance to them. It's not that always I am right or everyone should follow me. There might be, everyone has their own ideas, everyone wants to do things differently. So respect the differences. Even if it's not aligning you, or if something is happening, differently or not according to you, then you should respect that also. So third one, don't make assumptions. So communicate properly and avoid misinterpretation. Always, have a good communication at work or relationship or with family or with kids also. That many times kids want something, they want to play or they want to spend time. They come, they ask so many questions. We think, they're just disturbing us and we just get angry. Okay, go and play, or we say do something, but they want a love, they want attention. But we think differently. We misinterpret them, right? So always having that communication or understanding others is very important in any relationship. So seeking clarity. If you don't know, ask questions, try to understand. There is nothing wrong. We think, okay, if I ask many times, what the other person think, or he might think that I don't know things. That's why I'm asking. So don't make any assumptions. Seek clarity, ask questions, know it, and then that will help you build relationship and respecting the differences. That everyone has their own way of doing, or everyone has their own thought process. So respect that. And the fourth one is always do your best. See, sometimes in a given situation, there might be many challenges and all. When we can control things, that's fine. When something is not in our control, then what happens? We should do our best at that moment, what we can do. That's it, do the right thing. And let's leave it so that we don't get any regret, right? If you're preparing for an interview, right? You might still get nervous the other day when the interviewer asks, or when people are there before you, you're speaking, right? But that's okay. But in your at your core that I prepared best. I did my best. I practiced everything or prepared my notes, or I did multiple practice. But still, I was nervous. That's okay. That no one can control what will happen. But you did your planning. You did your best at that moment, whatever you can. So this helps you avoid self-judgment and regret. When you do your best, right, then you don't think, okay, I should have planned well, or I should have prepared well. I didn't do this, or I didn't prepare that question. You might have many doubts and regret about yourself. But when you do everything, when you prepare, when you give your best, if things go wrong, also no, no, that's fine, that's okay. My day was not good, or but still, whatever I can do, I prepared my best. So I don't have any regret about myself. So you don't feel bad about yourself. And the second one is embracing personal growth. Right? When you do your best, that always helps you. You will be more positive and it helps you in your growth also. When you do your best in any given situation, small things, there might be multiple tasks. Do your best, stay focused without worrying about the end result. When you practice on the process, how you are doing things, then the end goal will always be the best. So it helps you the personal growth without expecting what the end goal will be. You are working on the progress. You're working on the flow. So that is more important, right? More than success, the continuation or dedication is more important. And the third one, being present in the moment. No matter what you're doing, giving your 100% present in that, focusing in that, right? Many times we do something, we speak on phone or something is running in our mind in the behind, we are not fully present. That means we are not giving our best. When you're fully focused, when you're fully present, then you know what you're doing and you will always do good. So there will be no mistake from your side, and definitely the end result will also be good. And you don't regret also if things go wrong. Also, I did my best, or in whatever at that moment, whatever I can do, I did. So there is nothing wrong from my side. That certification and happiness will be there for you. So the fourth one, what the author says is always do your best. So avoid self-judgment and regret, embracing personal growth, and being present in that moment, being aware of what you're doing. So the key summary of this chapter, communicate with integrity. So when we follow these four agreements, then what will happen? That we communicate with more integrity, with more awareness, by better words, by choosing the right empowering words for us, for our own self, and for others also. We encourage or uplift our own self, and we encourage or motivate others also. We don't use any harshful words, right? That may disappoint others or it affects their self-esteem. The second one, avoid unnecessary emotional pain. When we don't make any assumptions, when we have the clarity, then there is no emotional pain. When we don't have clarity, when we make assumption, okay, this person is avoiding me or he is not sharing me this details, or then, they're not sharing that information, or they might be talking behind me. We make many assumptions with our friends and families without knowing the truth. If you have any doubts, then communicate with them properly, clarify them so that you don't have any emotional pain. The third one is improve understanding. Right? When we follow everything, then we improve understanding. We understand ourselves, and when we understand others also, we have more empathy and compassion that we understand from others' perspective also. And the fourth one, focus on consistent effort. When we always do our best, when we work more on the process, not expecting the end result, then it shows the progress, right? Then we are fully focusing on the consistent effort. When we are consistent in doing things, there might be that we are learning some new skill or new language. Initially, there might be a lot of, we might make many mistakes. That's okay. But as we do more and more practice, we'll become perfect. So nobody will be perfect in a day. Everything takes time. That's okay. Nothing wrong if we do mistakes 5 times, 10 times. Nothing is helping us to improve. Right? So focus on consistent effort. Then definitely the result will be good. Right? If we just worry about or focus on the end result, then the effort will be very minimal because we are not doing our best. We are only focusing on the end result. So instead of focusing on the end result, focus on the work, focus on the effort, how you are doing things, how happily you're doing or how enjoying you're doing that work. Then definitely the end result will also be good. So these are the four agreements that help us, in a day-to-day life when we communicate with people or things or any situations, right? Our words are very powerful. We just say when we make that responsibility, when we accept and we don't make any assumptions in a given situation, whatever it might be, always being present and always doing your best. This is a very small book, but there is a lot of wisdom that can help each one of us. So whenever you can, just try to learn, and you can keep these four, agreements near your desk or in your wherever possible. So it always reminds us, no matter how much transform we get, or that there will always be some situations going around, right? When we do meditation, we'll be more mindful. Sometimes, things trigger us, but when we remember these four agreements, then we know, okay, what we should do. Right? It's very easy that we make assumptions, or we take things personally at home, at our spouse or at a parent. Someone says something, we take very personally. But it's always not right. That many times people don't mean that, but in a situation, in anger, they say something. But if you take it personally, then you are creating an emotional turmoil for yourself. And thus your relationship will also not be good with them. But instead, don't take personally, try to understand others' perspective and accept them as they are. So these things will truly help you. Right, friends? So I hope this session was helpful. If anyone has any doubts or anything, you can unmute or you can share your experience about this.
Yeah, thanks. And thanks for sharing this. Yeah, even though we knew all these points on its own, but yeah, this book simply summarizes and reminds us all these things in a consolidated manner. So everyone should follow. That will help in all works of life, day to day. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. This reminds everything, gives us good clarity now. Again, reminding everything.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah,
Always be positive, but sometimes, without knowingly, unknowingly, we go
yeah,
to that track, but always reminding ourselves, yeah, that's really helps. That's what is simple, but we should always remind. No
yeah.
matter how many times we listen, each time it makes something different. It makes sense for us.
Yeah, I think we should all of us keep it somewhere at our chair or workplace
Mm.
somewhere, so that otherwise we'll keep forgetting, even though we knew all these things in the situation at that point of time. We don't remember all these things. So I think it's always
Yes,
keep it in front of our eyes. Yeah.
yes, absolutely. Thank you for sharing, Purnaj. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
So thank you, friends. Anybody else has anything?
Actually, I have other question related to the previous book, not about this.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe at the end of the session, can
No,
talk. Or
no, you can ask me.
so that is regarding Ikigai book
Mm-hmm.
that we ran through last week, right? So that was the concept in Japan the people follows, right? Uh, so how that name got invented, or how that name was surfaced, like Ikigai, like that. It's not the name of any specific location or person, right? It's a concept, correct?
No, no, yeah. Ikigai
It's
means
a
finding your reason or purpose.
reason.
Yeah, that's why they gave that name, because the people there, they find a purpose or meaning, or they do things every day that keeps them alive, or increases their longevity, right? That's why they kept that name Ikigai.
Right. So that means that some person or some individual named that lifestyle of the people in Japan that way, or
Yes, it's the authors, right?
author. Okay, okay,
Yes,
yeah.
two authors for that book. Yes, so they meant that when they're writing their book, when they went Japan, when they did a lot of research, so they ultimately gave that name, Ikigai.
Mm. Okay, thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. So friends, with this, let's go into the meditation today. So as usual, we'll be doing the breath mindfulness meditation. So the posture is very simple. As you see in the picture, you can sit on the floor, chair, or anywhere. Take a comfortable posture. The more comfortable you are, the more easily you can sit and you can do meditation longer, right? If we have any discomfort or the position is not proper, then we may get the distraction. So the comfortable posture is very important. And clasp your hands, fingers into fingers, and cross your leg at ankle and observe your normal natural breath. Don't forcefully inhale or exhale. Just observe how breath is going in and coming out. So as you observe the breath, slowly our thoughts get dissolved and we'll be going to that empty state. When you observe the thought as a different person, we always get attached to the thought and we think that whatever the thought comes, that is what we are. But when you keep it as a different and you observe, then you no longer get carried by it. Right? When we are conscious, we are aware of that. That's the goal of this meditation, is to empty the mind. So let's do this meditation. I'll play the music and guidance so we can just follow and do this meditation. Dear friends, dear masters, sit comfortably, close your eyes, clasp your hands, fingers into fingers, observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. Don't forcefully inhale or exhale, just observe the breath. As you observe the breath, mind becomes empty. Be with your breath, dear friends. Let thoughts come and go. Don't get distracted by your thoughts. Bring your awareness back to the breath. Go deeper and deeper into yourself. Experience the calmness, emptiness, Gently bring your awareness back to the body. Feel any sensations in your body, dear friends. Recollect your experiences. What did you see or how did you feel? Now let's express gratitude. Be grateful to your parents, teachers, and mentors. Be grateful to plants, animals, Mother Nature, all the planets, the universe. Be grateful for this beautiful environment, for all the things we have. Whenever you're ready, slowly place your palms on your eyes for 5 seconds and then slowly open your eyes. Thank you, friends. I hope you all had a good meditation today and also the session. So we'll meet you all tomorrow at the same time. From tomorrow, we'll be discussing the book Jonathan Livingston Seagull. It's another small yet very beautiful and empowering book. So we'll go through those chapters. So please do join to gain this wisdom and knowledge. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day and good night.
Thank you, Apurva. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, Apurva.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.